it's nuts how, like, you know, when you're at your lowest point, like, God, the higher being, whoever you want to call it, comes and creates an opportunity out of nowhere. It's a throw up, man. Like, for me, like, there's Truth Be Told that we talked about originally. There's House Called Home, which, you know, but for me, my deepest song personally is the Bus Stop. Like, the, you know, off of that project anyway, the Bus Stop itself is my deepest song, and the reason why is because during the time in which I was writing it, I went through, like, tragic situation, you know what I mean? Like, I wrote the first verse, and then my mother passed away, and then, you know, I kind of, like, was stuck effectively, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of negative things were going on around that time, you know what I mean? I didn't know whether I wanted to pursue music at all. In any capacity, I thought to myself, you know, my family need me in this moment in time. This music thing hasn't gone anywhere, you know what I mean, for a long period of time. And it's nuts how, like, you know, when you're at your lowest point, like, God, the higher being, whoever you want to call it, comes and creates an opportunity out of nowhere, you know. And at that point in time, my mum died 1 week, and then the next week I found out I was in, like, the whole Codeless show situation, similar to what the MTV thing that's happening at the moment, where, you know, people vote for you to win, and then you go and do a live performance. And at that point, I'd never worked with a live band. I'd never done anything. I'd written half of the Bus Stop, but it wasn't, like, fully done. And I thought to myself, I'm at this present moment in time. Do I carry on doing music? You know what I mean? I get on the bus. You know what I mean? Or do I just let it go? You know what I mean? And I thought, you know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen now. You know what I mean? In terms of being engaged by an audience, you know what I mean? It just so happens that I won that competition. It just so happens that the Bus Stop was what I performed at that time. So during the time in which it was going through the whole voting process, I was writing the rest of the song. And it's really just about that, getting on the bus. When the opportunity comes along, do you take it or do you not? You know what I mean? A lot of people just sit around and wait, thinking, oh, you know, like, something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna take me to where I need to go, or, like, I'm gonna be discovered. And that didn't happen for me, you know what I mean? At that point in time, the thing that made me move was my mother's death, you know what I mean? So that's my deepest song. That's the reason why.
I've been sitting at this bus stop ever since me and my talent had a bus stop. So used to putting other stuff above us that you'd think I ain't even bothered by my tough luck. And I lost love through my troubles. I've been sitting in this rain, watching ripples in the puddles, asking myself if I'm gonna get on. Sometimes I feel like I should have never picked the pen up. A true confession of a writer when he's fed up.